I'm back. Another video this morning for you guys. I've been making videos at like odd hours. I've been getting up like at like 7:30 and having inspiration to talk about a topic. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep making these videos as long as the inspiration keeps coming to me. I don't know if you guys are like me, but basically how I am is I get really inspired in chunks. This goes for photography or anything creative in general. And I just put out a lot of stuff, and then I kind of go through a plateau for a little while. So I don't know, you guys are just gonna have to bear with me, but right now I'm in a state where I want to create a lot of things, so I'm going to be knocking these videos out constantly. Today I wanted to talk about something that I always get questions on that I haven't been able to touch on yet, or I haven't made a video on yet. It's like everybody is asking me all the time on how I do my reception lighting and if I use flash with the Z6 and basically how I do it. So I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown. Now, me and Sarah have a couple different flash techniques. This is one of the main ones and one of the most creative ones and one of the most fun ones I think that you guys are going to absolutely love if you guys go out and try it also. The technique is called light sticking. Okay, and I really haven't seen anybody else use. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done it or first person who came up with it, but I've never seen anybody talk about this. Most times people are just talking about reception lighting. They're either putting a speed light on the top of their camera and bouncing it off of a wall or something, you know, the ceiling or something like that, or they're setting up triangulated off-camera flashes off the dance floor and just kind of pointing them in. I hate the bounced flash look. I absolutely hate it. When I was first starting off in wedding photography, I went around and second shot with a couple different big time photographers that were charging like big money, and they would just literally bounce the flash off the ceiling and stand on the outskirts of the dance floor. They would not go into the dance floor at all, just stand on the outskirts and then just shoot with like an 85 and just kind of get people's faces or whatever. It's so boring like that. I need directional light, okay? I don't love the triangulation also of off cameras. I think you can do it better, but that's better, and we do use that sometimes if the situation needs it. So like receptions are if you guys are just getting into weddings, receptions are very dynamic and different. Like the size of the dance floor changes. It's not always the same. The compactness or the, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Just the amount of people on the dance floor, how thick it is. If you can't get in between people, that changes. The amount of lighting in the dance floor, sometimes it's like basically pitch black. Sometimes it's crazy lasers from DJ lights. Sometimes there's a lot of ambient light. It's just all different. So you kind of have to assess it, and not one lighting scenario works every single time, mostly, except for this one. This is like a fun one that we can do, and it gives it kind of a different look, and I don't know, it's more creative and fun. So basically it's called light sticking. So I have this set up right here, guys. This is my light stick. Okay, basically what this is a flash, a speed light on a monopod. Okay, I can extend it, obviously. I can extend it, put it back in, but normally I just use it like this. And what I do is I have my camera with a wireless trigger, the Godox. This is the V860 Godox flash. I have it with a wireless trigger, and I basically put a grid on this thing right here. I just slap a grid on it, and then I use this to light my subjects as I'm shooting. So basically what I do is I get on the dance floor. I use a 24 on the dance floor. I get my subjects and I light them up by using this directionally. Okay, now this is really good because it's directional light. The spill is contained with the grid, and you can kind of put it anywhere. You don't have to worry about your flash on a stand where you can't move it. It can go anywhere, and the reach is enough so where you can kind of just stick it out and it literally looks like it's coming from the side. One thing with this technique is you have to get up close to your subject. I would not use anything wide or shorter than a 24. And actually like a 14 to 30 or something like that would work better, which is why I got that 14 to 30 on order. I'm actually going to use that for my light sticking. I set my aperture with this to usually about f5 to 7.1, around there, because when you're on the dance floor, it's really dynamic. Things are moving fast. You just run up, you grab shots, you know, things are going crazy. People are going nuts. You need a good depth of field. You need a lot of, like, you know, space for people to move in and out. You can't just have like a really razor thin, you know, set up, get the thing perfectly in focus. It needs to be blast, shoot, blast light, blast light, blast light. You know what I mean? And you need to be able to be, because you should see me on the dance floor. I mean, I am way under people low, holding the flash up. I am like holding it high and holding the flash up. The idea on the dance floor, guys, is not just to capture like what's going on, but to create an image with energy. Energy on the dance floor. That's what it is. That's what you want to capture. You do not want to just be like, oh, just bounce this flash off the ceiling. Let me get what's going on the outside. Get a couple people smiling. No. Get people going crazy. And you know what? The photos that you create can make the energy actually step up and people look like they're actually acting more crazy than they actually are. I mean, good dance floor photos are rare. Like, not a lot of photographers do that because they just don't get in there. They don't get in on the dance floor, get right up in people's faces and use some light that's actually, like, you know, really, really directional and dramatic, you know? So, this is a really good technique you guys can use. Light sticking. Try it out sometime. Get a grid, slap it on there, get a wireless trigger, go around, and then just, you know, practice. Get it, and use it close. You guys have to get close with this stuff. Don't use like a 35 or something like that. Use a 24 or like a 14 to 30 or 16 to 35, something like that. Let me know what you guys think of this, if it's going to be helpful, and please try it out, or let me know if you're going to try it out, and then after, show me what you guys are doing with it, or tell me how it went, anything like that. If you guys have any other questions, you know what to do. Send me an email. I'm really good at replying to emails and helping you out, so any other questions you guys have, let me know. Until the next video, guys.